And the world champions, of course, fell to the German champions. So who's bigger now, Germany or the world? Good morning, welcome to the beautiful game. My name is Mike Messi-Keno. Hafiz Ogubanjo is here with me. How you doing, man?
Good morning.
Right, good.
Why are you trolling Chelsea like that?
I mean, they're world champions, by the way. You can't trail world champions.
But they played in a competition where the champions of England, Spain, and Italy were not there.
Yeah. So, but they won the world now. That's what they want us to believe. So kudos and big shout out to Chelsea there. But this is not Noah, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob in the Conference League. This is where you get the big boys. Let's take a look at the results, of course, across the match day one. Match day one is done. Went over 3 days. Yeah. We're back to beautiful football. We're back to the group phase of a Champions League. You know, and there was quite a lot. Let's see which one stands out for you. Of course, Royal Union Saint-Gilloise defeated PSV at home 3-1. This was the first match, of course, along with Atletico Bilbao against Arsenal, and that was a shocker for me on day one. Yeah,
I mean, a lot of people expected PSV to, win that game, but Royal Union Saint-Gilloise, they've been pushing and pressing, and now they've got their first win. If they can move on from there, time will tell.
All right. Of course, Atletico Bilbao, Arsenal, I think that one was expected.
No, straightforward, even though Atletico Bilbao put on the pressure early, but Arsenal now, they can turn in and out. Yeah,
incidentally, Atletico Bilbao, every single member of that team was making their Champions League debut. Yeah. The last time this happened was in 1995 with Real Madrid. Yeah, Real Madrid, everybody there. First time they ever played in the Champions League. Tottenham were up against Villarreal. This one, I was expecting more goals in this particular match, especially that the first goal came up quite early.
And it was an own goal by Villarreal, so Tottenham, they really need to up their game if they want to go find this Champions League. Okay, all right. Then Real Madrid, of course, this was a major talking point with a red card up against Marseille, but they still defeated Marseille 2-1 for Real Madrid against Marseille. It was poor from Real Madrid, in my opinion, because they can do better. Marseille actually, held them to their throat, but 2 penalties, and I mean, it's part of the game, and Mbappe scored both.
But this was the talking point of match day one, as Juventus went up against Borussia Dortmund. First half, he was goalless, and I was like, man, this match. Second half, 8 goals in a half of football. Have you ever seen any half of football in top level football that has this much goals? 8 goals in one half.
Just the second half at all. And I think I want to shout out to Kenan Yildiz. I mean, a lot of talk has been about Yamal, Doué, but people are really sleeping on Kenan Yildiz. And look at, he took the goals wonderfully well. And Vlahovic as well. I think he has gotten the kick up the behind that he's been looking for. Since they signed 2 strikers, he has taken that number 9 role for his own. And 8 goals, what more can you say? It's Champions League. It was football. Right.
Maybe we have a little bit of the highlights of that particular game. Once we're ready, let's get it, and let's get to see how all those 8 goals got into the second half. Juventus, of course, were up against Borussia Dortmund. I was expecting goals. It didn't come in the first half, but they all came in the second half. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from that particular game. Juventus up against Borussia Dortmund. Because no matter what you hear, goal is goal in every language. And we don't care about how it sounds, but they're quattro. That's 4. That's the fourth goal. You
remember Ankara Messi? Ankara Messi.
All right, but let's go to Benfica now. This was a major talking point because immediately after they lost this match, the coach was fired and Jose Mourinho is back in management.
I mean, it's like Jose Mourinho is playing like a chess play. It was Benfica that knocked out Fenerbahce.
Exactly.
His former team. And they sold the player that scored the winning goal against Fenerbahce. They sold him to Fenerbahce. And now the coach that managed Fenerbahce is now at Benfica. I mean, what more can you say about, you call him El Saquito?
Of course, I mean, you're sacked, 8 times now? I mean, he has, for me, it's sad to say, but he's not that person he once was. What he has is past aura. He's a relic. And with all due respect to him, this is one of the greatest coaches of all time, but at the moment, he's not.
I mean but he's taking that aura now to Stamford Bridge. That will be his first
Champions League. That'll be his first game in the Champions League. He'll be up against Chelsea. Mourinho returning back to the Champions League. Of course, let's take a look at this one. PSG Atalanta, it wasn't quite an issue. Ademola Lookman is not yet back in the squad.
He's training now.
He's training now. Yeah. But then the president said that, look, hey, we want to welcome him back with open arms. But the major talking point here has to be this particular match. Liverpool 3 against Atletico Madrid. It was quite a shocker. Liverpool, are they continuing to rely on late goals? Will this go all the season? Can they take this all through the season?
4 out of 5 games this season, and they are scoring late goals. I think even the Szoboszlai goal was somewhat of a late goal.
It was late, yeah. It was 85th or 87th minute or so.
Arsenal. I mean, so 5 games now.
Every game. But they are conceding too much. Now, that's where the problem is. Do you think that missing out on Guehi will cost Liverpool?
They need to get a defender as soon as possible. I mean, Atletico Madrid were not looking like they were going to come back, but in a miraculous way they did. I mean, remember Marcos Llorente? He did it in that COVID season as well, scoring 2 goals against Liverpool to knock them out. But Liverpool, I mean, they just need a defender. I think instead of going for Alexander Isak, they should have actually gone for
a defender.
Well,
he made his debut in that particular match. Talking about Isak, let's move on to other results. Of course, Chelsea versus Bayern Munich, world champions and all of that. The thing is that for a number of people, it was expected. It was expected. I don't know. I didn't expect Chelsea to beat Bayern Munich. Let me tell you.
It's experience over youth. I mean, Bayern Munich still have the experience, and they have a certain Harry Kane who you know that he can score goals. He hasn't won the competition yet, but he's on his way, and he can score goals for Bayern Munich.
Okay, now just yesterday there were quite a number of matches. Eintracht Frankfurt defeated Galatasaray. Victor Osimhen didn't play. It was a 5-1 win. Manchester City over Napoli 2-0. Newcastle defeated Barcelona. Newcastle lost to Barcelona at Tyneside and all of that. But this one, Newcastle gave quite a good account of themselves in this particular match, right?
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah, but it's all about taking your chances. I mean, if you can't take your chances against the big team, once you get them going, they will hurt you. And that was what Barcelona did to Newcastle. Marcus Rashford scoring 2 goals, reminding Manchester United fans and Manchester United board, why did you let me go? Because he wants to play better football and he's getting it at Barcelona.
All right. Now let's take a look at the standings after match day 1. And the reason why we're going to take a look at this is that we are going to make our choice, our picks on which team would win this, or teams that are in contention to win the Champions League. So after the first match day, of course, Eintracht Frankfurt, because of the number of goals they've scored in first place, PSG, Club Brugge, Sporting, Royal Union. It's early points now. It's early times. But let's take a look. Which are the teams that can pick this title?
When you look at the top 8, you can say that the big boys are already there. The likes of Paris Saint-Germain, they are there. Bayern Munich are there.
All right, so let's pick for Champions League. Paris Saint-Germain, they have a chance to defend their title, right?
Yes, absolutely. And you can also say Bayern Munich, they are coming up closer. So Manchester United,
Arsenal, there's been that talk that, look, Arsenal have the best team that they've had in a very long time, and they are in contention. They could win the title. What do you think about Arsenal's chances?
Well, time will tell for me, because they have the squad depth. I mean, there's like 2 players for every position right now, but then there are other contenders are also, getting their own players as well. So it's all about player for player, pound for pound in the Champions League. But I think Arsenal can go all the way. But I don't see them winning, but I mean, they can still
Inter Milan, they've dropped. We've seen them, of course, in the finals 2 years in about 5, twice in about 5. But it looks like that team is not as powerful as it once was. After, of course, Inzaghi leaving. And of course, some players also leaving. You think they can mount a challenge?
It's said to be an aging squad, but I mean, this transfer window, they got younger players, even though we know that they have issues with the PSR and the FFP. But Inter Milan, you can't take it away from them. They still have like 2 of like the most informed strikers in the world, talking about Lautaro Martinez and Marcos Thuram. So with those players, and they still have the backbone of their team, the likes of Bastoni, Acerbi, they are still there. So maybe they can go on a run in the finals. I mean, time will tell.
All right, we have Manchester City and Liverpool also. Manchester City, are they also a contender, right? They always would be.
They always would
with
be.
the Pep Guardiola,
regardless of their form.
Regardless of their form. And then, of course, Liverpool. That's a lot of people are talking about. You can't spend 150 million on Florian Wirtz. That's talking about euros. Another record-breaking transfer for Alexander Isak, and not be a top contender.
I don't think late goals will actually take them all the way to come out with winning the Champions League this season. They need to do better.
But the point is that they are doing badly, but they're getting results. Is that what some people would say is a hallmark of champions?
It's actually the hallmark of champions. I mean, but you know what they say: goals wins you games, defense wins you titles. So they still need to work on that defense to win anything this season.
All right. Okay, let's of course, there's Barcelona, Real Madrid. How did we not think that those 2 would enter? That's talking about their performance there. Barcelona and Real Madrid, of course, definitely top contenders for the title. Real Madrid would always be contenders.
Always.
There's no need.
The Champions League is their best chance.
I mean, but
15 is not a joke. So
it's not a joke. Dortmund, Juventus, Bayern, any of them are dark horses? Any dark horses do you see along the line when it comes to how this goes? Any dark horses?
For me, I think the dark horse is actually up there, and it's Club Brugge for me, because they are like one of the most exciting teams.
Don't go there now. Stop it. What champion now? They are contenders.
Unfamiliar position. They will come up. They are contenders for the drop, Abi, or to go up. Which one?
I didn't say anything. Thank you so much, Afin. It's been a pleasure.
Always a pleasure.
All right, so we'd have had time to take a look at, of course, the EPL, but that will be later tomorrow, 11 a.m. on the Beautiful Game. All the guys will be with me, and then we'll be talking about the week in football, and of course, we'll preview the leagues around Europe and, of course, right here in Africa. Now, that's it. We'll take a time out now. Stay with us. Don't go anywhere. A final lap or the final interview is coming right up soon.